Let's do it now. Let's do it now. Some people are like, "Hey man, you gotta go live. You gotta talk about what's going on. You gotta talk about what's." Other people are like, "No, don't talk about what's eventful stuff." But all right, so let's. People are like, "Hey man, watch that." Okay. First of all, I knew about that episode from like 4 years ago. The episode on that podcast. And here's the deal. So that person, that lady was also a producer at Keith and the Girl, and I talked to Keith Malley today. So let's just get some things right away. I'll let you guys talk. First of all, no one has ever sent me nude pics. No one has ever sent me nude pics ever. All right. Also, the night that they were talking about, I never asked anyone ever to come to my apartment ever. That's a fact. No, I never did that. And then the time they came to my apartment, I was like, sleep on the couch. There's the couch. And like, no, I want to sleep in your room. I did not ask anyone to do anything whatsoever, ever. That's a fucking fact. And that was 2010. So that was 2010. And not only that, 2010, for the next 7-8 years, they couldn't have been any more of a friend of mine. Any more of a friend of mine. That's it. And I would go on their podcast. On the Keith and the Girl Network, and they would make fun of me relentlessly about being asexual, saying, "Oh, you must be gay. Adults have sex. Why won't Ray have sex? Blah, 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 blah." And so I talked to Keith Malley today, Keith of Keith and the Girl. And he's like, and I was like, "Hey, man, I joined the VIP because I wanted the episodes where I was getting made fun of for being gay, not showing sexual interest in someone. They are all deleted." And Keith is like, "That person deleted those podcasts. They deleted all those podcasts, all the times when I would get made fun of." And I was fine getting made fun of for not being sexually interested in that person. They're all deleted. The other thing, the nude picture thing was, so 2010 is when they came to my fucking apartment. 2010. All right. Their idea. They're the ones that was like, "Hey, I'm coming out." I was like, "News to me? It's fucking news to me." Anyways, it was my birthday in 2015, and I'm having a birthday party at Snowdonia, and they texted me pictures of them in lingerie, and I didn't even know the exact pictures until I was on the phone with Keith Malley today, and Keith's going to do my podcast. I talked to Keith. He's coming on the podcast. He thinks this person has a grudge because they were a producer, and then they had to let him go in during the pandemic, not because they did bad work, just because it was like, there's no work for you. It's a pandemic. They're like, there's no work for you. And he will attest. This is what I really want him just for that. And by the way, I like him. He's a fucking podcast Hall of Fame. He's great. He hates a Dabbleverse. He likes my shows when I have comedians on and I talk about other. He hates the fucking Dabbleverse, but he's going to come on the show. He's going to talk about stuff. But so that night, it was my birthday party. This person was invited to my birthday party and they couldn't make it. And they texted me pictures of them in lingerie. They were not nudes. They were in lingerie. And then Keith let me know, yeah, it was like red lingerie or whatever. And the only reason why he knows it, because those exact same pictures, that lady posted them on social media. So they were not nudes. It was pictures they posted on social media. That's it. So that's what I showed. That's what I was like, "Hey, look, they wish me a happy birthday," and it's pictures of them clothed. I never got a nude picture from anyone. No, honestly, no ladies ever sent me a nude. That's a fact, Jack. Like, no lady, I've never gotten a nude picture from anyone. And also, they were not solicited at all. And yeah, So there you go. And so Keith's going to come on, and I do want him to, he will admit that, like no. And also, I did Keith and the girl like 5 or 6 times, and like for them to say, "Oh, he was blackballed." I wasn't blackballed. No, I was fine. I was fine. And then I don't want her to say her name, but Tracy Carnazzo is a good friend of that lady, and Tracy's like, "Yeah, it's you. No one thinks." No one took that serious. So I'm just saying that. So if you want to ask me anything, now's the time to do it, because I'm going to do a podcast tomorrow with real guests, and I'm not going to address any of this shit. So I get it. And also another thing, I don't even want to do this. I don't want to do this, but I guess Carlos Danger and Liam trying to like say some stuff. There's some stuff about Liam out there. They had a zillion Keith and the girl live events where Liam did some not cool shit. So we'll see if Keith wants to talk about that. I'm fine with him talking about that, since Liam has no problem trying to put my name to stuff. But yeah, so so whatever you want to ask me, now's the time to do it. Let's address it now. Let's get to it, because I'm not doing it with guests. I'm not doing it. I have comedians coming on. I'm not doing it. I've done nothing inappropriate with anyone. Like, yeah, at all. Yes, I even, so all right. So let's get in. So anything you want to say to me, now's the time to do it, because I'm not going to address this when I have other guests on. So if you want anything, you should have asked my advice on this one, each. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about long. This will be short. I just wanted to say shit just for the fact I just want it fucking, because I'm not going to fucking address shit in other capacities. I'm just not going to do it. So that's why it's like, all right, whatever. But yeah, no, the fact that like, and Keith from Keith and the Girl like has my back on this, yeah, that's lies that person said. So, and I don't want to get into, because I don't want to back and forth. I wish nothing bad on that person. I want nothing ill or whatever. But yeah. Age of Quarrel, who are you talking about? Why can't I rewind to find out what's the emergency? I'm just getting it out there. I've done I've done nothing, Age of Quarrel. I'm just so did you ever? No, I did not. No, I had no sex with anyone. And if you notice, even in their story, it's them being into me, not me being into. I did nothing. I didn't even touch them. I didn't like. I'm like no. So all right. Right. Ever heard of the Streisand effect? Let's Google the Streisand effect. But yeah, you're right. Maybe I'll just shut up and I just wanted to say something. So maybe we'll let's look at the Streisand effect together. How about that? And then, all right, let's change subjects. But I just wanted to say something now, because I'm not going to address stuff when I have a guest on. I'm just not. So you guys got that. The article is unintended consequence. So the Streisand attack is unintended consequence to attempts to hide, remove, or censor information. No, I'm not trying to remove information. I'm not trying to censor information, where the effort instead increases public awareness of the information. Yeah. Okay. Then I'll shut up about it. But yeah, I was just yeah, when I heard about everything going on, and yeah, even Tracy Carnazzo was like, I talked to Tracy, and she's like, just don't address it. No one thinks anything. So don't address anything. You're fine. And but I just wanted to point out, like, yeah, I did talk to Keith only because I was going to look for the episodes where I was being made fun of for being asexual, gay, and not showing any interest in someone. But yeah, but I never got sent nude pics, and I've never shared those nude pics. And when Keith comes on, and we'll talk about other stuff. He's a podcast Hall of Famer. We'll talk about other stuff. But yeah, we'll just admit that they were not, considering he's the person that was brought in the store. It's like, yeah, they were not nude pics. It was someone in lingerie. And they also, those pictures were social media pictures. They were not personally pictures for you specifically. So, all right, we're done. We're done. What else is going on? All right, now that we addressed it, we're done. I addressed that for 12 minutes. I'll hang out with you guys for a little while longer. I just wanted to say that because I was a little annoyed about the whole thing. And yeah, man, and that's just disappointing, man. Like Carlos Danger, I like that guy. I mean, I really did. I mean, I hung out with that dude. I like, who do my podcast, like, you know. So I like that guy. The fact that that guy, and don't worry, man. In a weird way, this all helps me in my other thing about, like, yeah, people that want to do like a documentary about the stuff that I got to go through, and maybe there's going to be some other stuff where just to have to like expose that other person so people know who he is, and they kind of want to talk to him too, to be like, yeah, why would you do this to another person? Like, what's your motive for doing this to like, why would you go so out of your way? So yeah, and that's a one fortunate thing about being a comedian, and people like taking interest in what you do, and people taking interest in your stories. So yeah, just the fucking maliciousness towards me by another person is also a thing. But yeah, I'm not. All right, we're done talking about it. On that note, there you go. I just said what I said, and Keith will be on at some point, and he'll talk about yeah, just literally to back up what I just said as far as that, because someone wanted to take clips of that person like talking about how they chased me around and like was interested in me, and I didn't have the interest back. Ray, do you like Lawson pickles? I do. Like, I'm a pickle guy.